What's up, heathens? How ya doing? Tonight we have cave paintings, or more specifically, apparently there are at least 5 cave painting sites that depict aliens or UFOs and are proof positive that ancient aliens are a real thing. So we're going to be looking into that tonight, and more importantly, we're going to be looking at the reasons why these paintings are definitely not of UFOs or aliens. Despite the fact that UFOs or aliens haven't been proven to actually visited here, and regardless of how I feel about aliens in general, there's no evidence that actually supports any of this shit. So we're going to be looking into that, as well as doing the Today I Learns and the shitty ass sciences. So, y'all ready for the intro? Shitty ass science! We're gonna answer some science shit really wrong. Shitty. So I blew my load. Oh man, okay. So thank you, Hoosier Atheist. You and KC are the best. Chat's all right too. Thank you, Hoosier. I really appreciate you. So yeah, I kind of blew my load there, but anyways, y'all ready for some Today I Learned? Today I learned. I'll fix that on the edit. All right. Huh? Oh, okay. First up on Today I Learned that Sailor Moon in Japan had a lesbian couple. Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune. In the English translation, this is censored, stating that they are cousins instead. But due to problematic dubbing, flirting was left in, leading some viewers to infer their relationship as incestuous. So we got an Alabama couple on Sailor Moon. Now, so I think that it's awesome that they had a lesbian couple in Sailor Moon. I didn't watch the anime. I mean, honestly, when I was in my teens, I think I saw the first season. But then, I think at the end of the first season or one of the seasons, they just reset every fucking thing and then they started anew. I was like, I put in all this work and now they're just gonna reset this shit. Fuck it, I'm not watching it. So that was GE and Sailor Moon. That was my experience. Anyways, so that's pretty awesome to know. In case anybody talks about them being incestuous, you can tell them now that, nope, in Japan, they're just lesbians. That'll be information you'll probably never have to use, but just in case you get into a fight with a Sailor Moon fanboy. Next on Today I Learned, we get a little bit of actual science. Fake news, quote-unquote, vaccine works. Suggests a new large study of 15,000 participants, which shows that a simple online game works like a quote-unquote vaccine, increasing skepticism of fake news by giving people a weak dose of the methods behind disinformation, a version of what psychologists call inoculation theory. And I have to say, this is pretty awesome, and I feel like the whole vaccine idea of it is pretty awesome too. The fact that you can give people a small dose of that and inoculate them from future, fake news instances, I guess, is a pretty awesome thing. So in case you're wondering about that, now you know. Because it's always great to learn new things, especially on the Godless Engineer Show. Next on Today I Learned, we have Prohibition agent Izzy Einstein bragged that he could find liquor in any city in under 30 minutes. In Chicago, it took him 21 minutes, in Atlanta 17, and Pittsburgh just 11, but New Orleans set the record of 35 seconds. Einstein asked the taxi driver where to get a drink, and the driver handed him one. So, there you go. Apparently, New Orleans never succumbed to Prohibition. But during the Prohibition era, people were so against that particular thing in practice and in reality that, I mean, you could literally find, as long as you just knew one person in the city, I'm sure you could find it. Although I would love to see them come to Alabama and like find one of these podunk towns and be like, hey, where can I get a drink? I don't know if it would be faster than New Orleans or if it would be non-existent. I think one of the two extremes would be there, considering. But anyways, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat right now. Normally I don't. I try to stay on task with what we're talking about, but just everybody that's in the chat, I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being awesome, and we'll continue with the show now instead of me, bragging about you guys. So, you brag about them? I'll brag. Okay. So, if you guys don't know, I have my shitty ass science segment, and I did a little animation for it. So we're gonna be adding that into the mix. You guys, I apparently fucked shit up earlier, and you guys already saw it. But anyways, tomorrow I'm gonna be putting out a compilation video of shitty ass science for January of this year. You guys are gonna be able to vote on the best shitty ass science for January, and I'm gonna do that for each month going forward, so that you guys can pick the best one. And then at the end of the year, we'll have Dumbass of the Year as well as Shitty Ass Science for the year. So we'll have those two things going on. Be on the lookout for that tomorrow. Shitty Ass Science! We're gonna answer some science shit really wrong. All right, Shitty Ass Science. Hold on. Alright, what do we got tonight for some shitty ass science? Holy fuck, what the hell is that? That's a fucking demon monster. That's what that fucking is. I don't care. It's an alien, okay? What's the shitty ass science? It's what the fuck is this alien creature right here? Okay, you ever seen the movie Aliens? This is basically, it looks like an insect that got hit by one of the facehuggers and is now a facehugger, and it will infect us all. I mean, look at this shit. It's got legs, it's got wings, it's got tentacles. Don't fuck with this. It will fuck your night up. God damn. Like, I wonder, if this thing attaches itself to a dog, what's going to happen to the dog? Is it going to grow wings and multiple legs, and is it going to grow tentacles out of its asshole too? I don't care what the fuck this is. It is dangerous. It's got tentacles growing out of its asshole. You don't. That's no STD you want. I can tell you right now. That's its penis. What? It has 4 penises? How many bitches is this motherfucker gonna fuck at one time? Can you just imagine? Just 4. Did I say? I said 4. Well, yeah, but I mean, is he going to use them all at once? How does he fuck 4 other, whatever the fuck this is? I don't even know what the fuck this is. It's a moth? Yeah. This is a fucked up moth. This is not from this plane of existence, okay? This is definitely not, this is not from Earth, okay? This is definitely from the moon or Mars or some other kind of Venus fucking place, okay? It landed here and it's gonna take over. Did you ever see that fucking movie? What is it, Cloverfield? It is gonna get as big as that motherfucker. It's gonna have little things that fly off of it with its tentacles and shit, and it's gonna try to fuck you in the ass too. Then everybody's gonna be growing tentacles out of their asses, and then it's the reign of the tentacle people. Shitty ass science. You're welcome. So this is a moth. It's not dangerous whatsoever. It just looks scary as fuck, and it looks like it came out of the show Stranger Things. But it's right now it is trying to attract a female, I guess. I don't know. Like, this goes beyond double penetration. At this point, though, this is quadruple penetration. This is a Pornhub account that I do not want to be a part of. It's like a creatinine or something. Creatinomai moth. Let's go with that. Let's see. Oh, great. Creation moth files. That's what comes up first when I put that. Oh, Tanotos moth. It's a Creatonotos gangus. It's a huge fucking moth. It hold on. Let me see if I can I can pull this down and maybe plop it. There we go. So apparently when it's fully mature, this is what this nightmare looks like. As you can tell, it is signaling its alien overlords with its ass tentacles. Like, seriously, guys, I don't care. It does. Those are tentacles from its asshole. Like, I don't care. I take it back. This thing is fucking dangerous, okay? Because nothing that has ass tentacles can be good, okay? Or at least not dangerous. Anyways, shitty ass science. I hope that you enjoyed it. Yeah. Alright, now we have the response video. So, tonight we are going to be talking about aliens. Specifically, what? Damn, Fletcher, that's harsh. So, tonight we're talking about aliens, ancient aliens to be specific, and how ancient peoples might have recorded such aliens if they had existed. Apparently, there are a lot of caves with a lot of drawings on them, and they apparently depict aliens or spacecraft or something. Oh shit! I forgot. Out of context comic. Thank you. Oh, thank you. So, you know, I built it up for KC and then I just let it slip. So, sorry about that. Out of context comic. Here's it. Well, it's not a comic really. It's just out of context because, like, what in the fuck? Here's some nightmare fuel. I hope that you guys appreciate this shit tonight. There you go. This right here will keep you up at night. Can you imagine you're sleeping there sound and then you open up your eyes in the middle of the night and then this fuck is staring at you like, how you doing? That's messed up. So it's just it's a face swap where a guy.
Christmas. Now I wish I hadn't asked.
Yeah, motherfucker. I spilled beer on my shirt. Yeah. I was trying to drink and it just didn't work out. So here's your out of context. I hope that it's worth you reminding me. Probably not. This guy right here just has something wrong with him. I don't know. You can tell. I mean, look, he planned this shit out. Look at his face. It's like the little Tinky Winky doll is looking. Yeah, like. All right, now y'all ready for some more creepy shit? Because that's what we're going to be looking at.
Have humans always been in charge of their destiny, or have they had a little help along the way? In reviewing ancient history, there have been signs that humankind has never been alone. There is artwork that provides evidence on ancient rock and cave paintings depicting beings looking remarkably like space travelers.
My first question here is, what do you think space travelers look like? And what evidence do you have to suggest that space travelers look like that? Like, it just seems kind of weird that you know exactly what a space traveler looks like. I don't know. It doesn't seem kind of odd. It's like, oh, this is exactly what an alien species would look like. You see that long head right there and them amorphous bodies? Yeah, that's what they look like. I know. That's what I saw when they probed my asshole.
From France to Australia, and from North America to Algeria and India, let's explore 5 cave paintings from around the world and gather evidence proving that aliens have been with us for thousands of years.
No, aliens have not been with us for thousands of years. That's just bullshit. But he's going to take us on a little virtual tour of all of these cave places. Paranormal, ghosts, mysteries. That guy from Dr. Who, encounters with werewolves. Rawr! Weird World. I'm telling you, Weird World, if you ever happen to watch this at all for whatever reason, you gotta use my little intro right there. It sells your entire channel. Oh, we got a super chat from Josiah Hansen. Imagine what Kent would say about those moth dicks. It's like, have you ever seen a Cretaceous dick? There's 4 of them. They come out its asshole.
Number 5. Chhattisgarh, India. The cave paintings in Chhattisgarh date from 10,000 years ago, and according to archaeologist J.R. Bhagat, the paintings depict extraterrestrials. The Chhattisgarh
So, to give you a little bit of background information on this one, I actually looked it up, and the guy, the archaeologist, is indeed an archaeologist, and he was like second chair at the local university or something like that. But the department had actually remanded him, and basically, in I guess Indian, told him he was a dipshit about it. But this entire thing, the guy that says, "Oh, these are aliens," has been denounced by his entire archaeological community. Because his like assertions about these cave paintings is just horseshit, and it's nothing more than just fake ass assertions.
State Department of Archaeology and Culture is planning to seek the help of NASA and ISRO for research regarding the paintings.
No, NASA is not going to contact you about some fucking cave paintings. Are you goddamn serious right now? Like, why would it be NASA? Like, there's the ESA, there's JAXA. I mean, why the fuck? Like, I would think that you would probably contact the ESA or JAXA before contacting NASA. Like, I don't know. That just seems kind of fucking weird, doesn't it?
The paintings are done in natural colours that have hardly faded despite the years. The strangely carved figures are seen holding weapon-like objects and do not have clear features. The nose and mouth are missing, and in a few pictures they are even shown wearing spacesuits.
No, they're not shown wearing spacesuits. So for the majority of these cave paintings that we're going to be looking at tonight, you're going to be looking at indigenous people that are wearing actual like ceremonial garb or ceremonial things that people just drew on the wall. Also, I would love for you to write or draw on a fucking cave wall and be like detailed and shit. Like, also, this was, if his dating is correct, which I don't have like a reason to actually accept that they're 10,000 years old, but let's just say they are 10,000 years old. You really think that some guy that would draw with his, I don't know, was that fecal matter or something? I don't know, drawing shit on walls in caves, you really think they would be able to like be all detailed and shit on that particular medium? I don't think so.
According to the Times of India, there are several beliefs among locals in these villages that narrate stories they have heard from ancestors about Rohila people, the small-sized ones who used to land from the sky in a round-shaped flying object and take away 1 or 2 persons in the village who never returned.
So we got Chris Kelling with a super chat. Anyone have ice on speed dial? Yeah, we really need MIB. But anyways, so I have not been able to find an actual account of these Rohila people legends outside of this particular conspiracy theory of ancient aliens. Like, you look up that actual thing online and you only come up with this bullshit. So it seems to indicate to me that the Rohila people, regardless of what they actually, if they actually are real or whatnot, they're only pertinent to this particular conspiracy theory, and nobody else has bothered to like connect it in any other kind of way. So it seems to me like they're either making shit up or it doesn't actually say that. Like the Rohila people, it's not actually that thing. Like they're really twisting the story or whatnot. So that's what I would say about that.
Number 4. Picmerle, France. Picmerle dates from 14,000 to 19,000 years ago, where there are many instances of cave drawings that bear images of UFOs and aliens. It is believed that prehistoric cavemen used to draw whatever they used to see, hence the existences of the images of UFOs and aliens in the various cave drawings. The cave portrays objects that look like flying saucers moving about amongst the local wildlife, depicting a field of different wild animals, amidst which there is a strange-looking humanoid structure that has limbs and a tail as well.
So, obviously, these paintings or drawings or whatnot could be any number of things. And I get that the one thing looked like a flying saucer to us. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's what it was. I don't know what it was. But obviously, to that culture or whatnot, it wouldn't have been like a flying saucer, because everybody thinks the whole like circular center with the spherical outside or whatever the fuck, the flying disc sort of thing is like a flying saucer or whatever. But I mean, there's no way to know what they were actually trying to depict with that. Just same thing right here. I don't know what in the world was being depicted on the side right there with something that looks like it's flying off into the sky or whatnot, but that's just because that's what it looks like to me. I don't know what they were actually intending, but the fuck standing there with all the spears going in and out of him. I mean, that looks like some guy who got fucked up, okay? It doesn't look like somebody with multiple limbs or tails or something like that. Like, it looks like a guy that got speared. What? Oh, like Michael Myers, yeah.
There is no reason to believe that this figure was just imagined, as all the other animals seen in the drawings can be identified. 3 flying objects can also be seen in this image that was drawn thousands of years ago.
They look like flying objects to you. Doesn't mean that they actually are that.
Number 3, Kimberley, Western Australia. There are images painted on the cave that are 5,000 years old that resemble grey aliens with their hairless oversized heads, large black eyes, with no ears or mouths.
See, he starts off this whole segment right here by leading the witness and saying that, oh, look, these are gray aliens. When in reality, if you actually take into consideration, like, the Aboriginal people and their culture, let me bring this up real quick. You would understand why they probably depicted, like, stuff like that. Like, you have to take into account the Aboriginal culture in Australia, what they might have been drawing. And what they might have been drawing is just people in ceremonial garb, just like in the very first one, just like in probably all of these. I mean, if you just look at this guy right here, he's got the characteristic large eyes sort of drawn on him and everything like that. He's accentuated his nose and everything. So, I mean, honestly, it just looks like the Aboriginal people were, doing artist renditions of people in these ceremonial garbs or whatever they're doing. Fuck. I removed the wrong thing. See if I can add it. Okay. So you can understand why they would be drawing them like this. They are drawing ceremonial garbs. They are drawing people when they are, doing these ceremonies and everything. So none of this is actual, like, alien imagery or anything like that. Just because he wants to see these aliens in these images doesn't mean they actually are images of aliens. Also, why the fuck do these aliens have long, big-ass noses? Like, and they're not like normal noses. They look like a fucking teardrop nose. I don't know. Australian masked owls. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think that, owls are very much a symbol of wisdom, like even in ancient cultures. So I'm wondering if maybe the Aboriginal people were mimicking the owls, because, I mean, it does look eerily like it. Yeah, that's what it looks like actually. Well, I think that they may have like modeled their ceremonial gear after the owl. I don't know. But regardless of that, he is reading into these images what he wants. He isn't actually providing evidence because nobody in academia, no archaeologist or anything like that agrees that these are aliens. Now, that doesn't mean that they definitely are not aliens, but if you consider the culture that surrounds it and the people that most likely drew them, it makes sense that it would be just ceremonial garb, or even the fucking owls. Maybe somebody was hallucinating owls all the goddamn time. I don't know.
Why did the ancient Australian Aborigines draw images like this?
Because they were drawing other Aboriginals that were dressed up, funny as fuck.
Because they certainly do not resemble the Aborigines that painted them in any shape or form.
Are you kidding me? Did you see the pictures that I put up? This totally could be the Aboriginals in ceremonial gear. And that's actually what is agreed upon by the scientific community at large.
What is even more surprising is the oral account of the Wanjinas, which has been passed from generation to generation as all of the Aboriginal Dreamtime stories have. The story goes that the Wanjina were sky beings or spirits from the clouds who came down from the Milky Way during Dreamtime and created the Earth and all of its inhabitants. Then Wanjina looked upon the inhabitants and realised the enormity of the task and returned home to bring more Wanjinas. With the aid of the Dreamtime snake, the Wanjina descended and spent their Dreamtime creating, teaching and being gods to the Aboriginals whom they created.
Regardless of whether or not this story is actually like an Aboriginal like legend or something like that, people have been looking to the stars for different explanations for things and have been imagining deities or beings in the stars. I'm guessing that it's because they can't conceive of anything on Earth that would control the way things happen and everything, so they look for something outside of the Earth or in the heavens or something like that. Like, none of this actually proves that there were actual aliens. These are just legends. It's a lot like the flood legends of the old. Just because a lot of cultures have flood legends doesn't mean that a global flood actually happened.
After some time, the Wanjinas disappeared. They descended into the earth and since then have lived at the bottom of the water source associated with each of the paintings. There, they continually produce new child seeds, which are regarded as the source of all human life. Some Wanjina also return to the sky and can now be seen at night as lights moving high above the earth.
Okay, so that entire story is to explain why the stars were there? So it seems like your legend is purely legend meant to explain why there are stars in the sky.
Number 2, Horseshoe Canyon, Utah, North America. In the southwestern United States, mainly in the state of Utah, there is a great concentration of places where thousands of years ago, early inhabitants depicted strange beings with elongated heads, massive height, and helmet-like objects, as well as a number of depictions of what many authors have identified as cosmic maps.
Cosmic maps. Many people have identified them as cosmic maps, guys. Simply put, I mean, these are not aliens. Could they be people, figures, or whatnot? Sure. But when it comes down to it, none of these things are actual proof of aliens being here, as well as like the sheer lack of definition to any of these paintings would make it hard to label them as anything. So he's using ambiguity to his advantage here, because you can look at that and be like, oh yeah, sure, that's aliens. I saw that when he probed my asshole with his no arms thing. He just sort of like, he used his mind powers. That's what he did. He stuck it up my ass with the mind powers. No, Or maybe he controlled me and had me shove it up my own ass. I promise I didn't like it.
In Horseshoe Canyon, there is a 17-foot high painting which is about 3,000 years old, of tall beings standing ominously without arms. One of the beings is larger than the rest and is very similar to the being that was drawn in the Kimberleys.
Maybe this is predators. Yeah, you guys think it could be predators? It might be predators. See that new Predator movie? You got that one big motherfucking predator that's hunting the small little predator. Maybe that's what this is right here. Maybe it's a hunting party. That big motherfucker right there is going to fuck all those other people up. Hell, I don't know. Maybe the one guy is a big old, I don't know, stud-looking... What do the incels call the Chad? That's a big fucking Chad right there, and he's about to fuck 4 or 5 of them bitches. It's a Chad alien. That's what that is.
In Australia, were these ancients trying to convey some sort of message, and these drawings were in their mode of communication? Experts have been trying to solve the meaning of the figures painted on countless...
I like how he has the animation of like this fucking weird ass tilted UFO, and it's just going across the screen as if it's flying across whatever kind of canyon they're at. But it's like fucking lopsided. So it's like that particular alien has had one too many, whatever the fuck they drink and get drunk with. It's not beer. I don't think beer affects them like normal people.
Rocks in Utah. Are these strange drawings representative of ancient man's ingenuity or just their imagination?
Their imagination. I like how it's got this dichotomy here of it's either aliens or it's their imagination. Well, it can't be their imagination. Them fucks were stupid. They couldn't imagine their way out of a fucking paper bag. It has to be aliens. That's the only acceptable answer. We've proven it. Get our Nobel Prize over here right now.
Or are these figures suggesting that the mysterious beings were actually sky people? Or
So Jane Pusecker asks, so what's the real theory? Are we accidentally apes or are we part alien? We're definitely not part alien. I guess accidentally apes, if I had to choose that dichotomy, but it's not really accidental because it's non-random situations that came up that caused that. Uhan Roderick says, Happy Friday, GE and Casey. Not sure what else to write, so go subscribe, click the bell, join the Skeptic Mafia, and hit up the Patreon. Word! Thank you, Uhan.
alien visitors. Number 1. Sicily, Niger, Algeria. According to many researchers, the mysterious cave paintings of Sicily could prove to be the best evidence of extraterrestrial beings present.
No, they're not. They're people with headdresses on. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the best evidence that you have? Fucking little silhouettes drawn on the side of a wall from people that couldn't hardly draw more than stick fucking figures?
On Earth in the distant past. The incredible cave paintings are found in the Sicily Plateau, southern Algeria in the Sahara. Sicily, Niger means plateau of the rivers. Around 8000 BC, ancient people of Africa represented their everyday lives through their cave paintings of animals and plants. The ancient people also depicted strange beings that are unlike anything in the region.
They're just drawing people. Like, why are you... This is weird. So he's expecting these ancient people to have the ability to draw or to transfer from their mind's eye to the rock wall with such detail that it would be like, you know, humans. I mean, have you never seen Picasso, motherfucker? Okay, those weren't aliens in Picasso's thing, so these aren't aliens here. All right? Because whoever drew this shit on the wall couldn't draw it exactly to scale for you does not mean that there are aliens existing.
Through these paintings, researchers speculate that the Sahara region was completely different 4,000 to 6,000 years ago.
So this is where he's going to build on a nugget of truth and try to imply some shit. So basically he's saying that, oh, the Sahara was a different ecosystem back then, therefore they must have been drawing aliens. And that's just fucked up logic. Like, that's not any way to reason your way around shit.
It was abundant with life. According to researchers, the cave paintings of Sicily.
Oh, did you see that one alien right there, honey? Look at that fucking alien. His ship left him, and he's got an asshole in the back of his head. He looks like Jabba the Hutt. No, he's not fat enough for Jabba the Hutt. He looks like a guy that gets skull fucked on the daily. Jabba when he was a teenager? Does the Jabba species, are they teenage? You don't even like Star Wars.
Cave paintings of Sicily are one of the most important ancient collections.
I like how they have this picture of, I guess, a group of 4 people playing grab ass. And he's like, these are aliens in spacesuits and they're doing some shit. But it really does just look like that one right there off to the right's grabbing the ass of the other. And then the one on the far left is like, come on, honey, just touch it. And she's like, no, I don't want to touch it. You stop touching me. And then the one on the far right is just like, listen, I don't want to have a foursome, okay? This shit is just weird. Uhan Roderick says Hutt species, not Jabba. Oh, man. I don't understand why grab ass like mural here is a picture of 4 aliens in spacesuits.
A rock art known today. Unfortunately, only 20% of them remain visible, as the majority of these incredible cave paintings have been destroyed by erosion. What makes these paintings unique is that the Sicily cave paintings contain several colours, whereas most cave paintings from that period were done with a single shade of colour. There are...
See how he builds off of a nugget of true information, and then he does a leap in logic to go to, oh, these must be aliens, because it's like these cave paintings are special because they're multicolored, whereas most of paintings of this time period were not multicolored. They were just monotone. And regardless of whether or not that's true, he uses that particular small modicum of what he says is truth, and then he builds off of it and creates this elaborate thing where now there's aliens in the mix.
Numerous mysteries surrounding the ancient and...
What the fuck is this guy on the left here doing? Like, seriously, it looks like he's got 2 tumors growing out of his armpits or his like little arm crevice, and then he's just showing off his dick to people. Because it's like, he's just like, look at my dick, helicopter, I don't know about helicopters, look, spinny, spinny, spinny. And those are elbow penises?
Yeah.
We had elbow penises before we evolved?
Yeah.
Like, was that for like threesomes or something? Because like you could fuck a girl with your, I don't know, arms? But anyways, I'm not exactly sure what this fucker's doing over here, but it looks like he's like hanging like his dick out. You can even see the dick right there. It's little.
Inhabitants of the Sicily caves. The most incredible features are perhaps the mysterious depictions of strange beings with helmets and suits.
These are strange beings with helmets and suits. There's no way that's indigenous people with fucking masks on. No!
Resembling modern-day astronauts. These mysterious depictions have fueled debate among researchers.
Yes, the grab-ass quad group right there. I'm sorry. I can't help but to think that this woman right here in the middle is like really agitated right now. Because you got one guy grabbing ass and then another guy's like pulling the arm, so it's like, come here, touch it. I just can't get over that.
As with many other cave paintings, why would they depict rivers, jungles and animals native to the region at that time, and then depict something that would have been totally foreign to them, such as the strange humanoid figures with
I don't know their culture. Hell, this could have been a mask or something. I don't know what they were trying to depict with this. And I think that going to the automatic thing of, well, you know, they drew cows and horses in the other paint, so they must have been drawing fucking aliens here. Like, that's not a proper way to reason your way around this shit. True. My son draws Slender Man, and that shit don't exist.
Helmets and suits. The ancient people of the Sealy Caves portrayed their everyday life and their experiences. They did not invent these humanoid figures, which in some cases are even depicted with mysterious antennas on their helmets.
The mysterious antennas. Oh man. Okay. And that's it for the video. I mean, it wasn't all that much, but we got some good airtime out of it. All right. Don't mind the monkey there. So let me get to. I know you guys are probably going crazy over the monkey offering up free hand jobs. Shit. All right. Let me go back. So that's going to be it for us tonight, heathens. If you're not going to be watching or you're watching this on the replay, you guys can hit any of the links that might appear here on the video. Help me out. Watch another video of mine. Leaves a thumbs up, subscribe, and all that kind of good shit. We're about to go into the Skeptic Mafia comments, so we'll be seeing you guys later. Don't forget to stand up, use your voice, all that kind of good shit. Bye, heathens. Unless you're sticking around for the Skeptic Mafia comments, which we're going to do right now. Let's see. All right, here we go. All right, so Skeptic Mafia. If you guys don't know, you can hit that join link right down there, and you can become part of the Skeptic Mafia. Or you can go to patreon.com, Godless Engineer, and you can become a Skeptic Mafia member from there as well. And you get cool emojis if you're a member here on the channel. You get a podcast and all that kind of good shit. So there's probably going to be a lot of shilling. So you'll just wait. All right. Gary White. Cool beans, dude. Can't wait to watch it. Hopefully that I'll be off work to watch it. If not, I will watch it when I get home. Well, Gary, I don't know if you're in the comments right now or if you're going to be watching later, but I appreciate you, man. Oh, charismatic. All right. Just like the flat earth. The ancient aliens thing is bullshit. I mean, honestly, people just want to believe in unique things because it makes them unique. That's all there is to it. Flat earthers do it. Christians do it to a certain extent. Almost every personality on YouTube that holds insane ideas do it merely because it makes them think they're unique. And making a tiny bit extra money on the side doesn't help matters. Anyway, I don't have any alien ASCII art and don't feel like making any, so I have this. I love you, chat! Because honestly, I do. And I know GE does too. But if you really love GE, I'd suggest you scroll down just a little bit. No, that's his massive penis. Go back up a little bit. Chris Moretti, you made KC choke. See all those buttons? Do me a favor and just hit them all. Start with the like, button, which helps this video get a push in the algorithm. Then there's a subscribe. And if you really want to help out for only $4.99 a month, you can join the Skeptic Mafia. With that, you have access to rumored and fabled monthly Skeptic Mafia hangouts. Hey, I did one this month. Still 3 months behind, but I did one. His daily Bible podcast, and all these cute, sexy, awesome sauce, newfangled, non-binary attack helicopter emojis. Yay! Thank you, Charismatic. Then we got Fletcher Eisler. I have to say, it was an entertaining video, but I have to take it with a grain of salt. Now, I am not going to say that he is crazy or anything, but these drawings prove nothing. You would think a species with the capabilities to come to Earth in ancient times would be able to come back and make themselves known in these times. It's very suspicious to me. I mean, what are they waiting for? And why would they not make things clear that they are present instead of the mystery? Now, I am not saying that they don't exist, as saying that they are the only ones in the universe would be very arrogant on our part. But saying that these paintings prove they exist is a stretch for me. I am willing to believe in aliens if you show me, but until then, just looking at artwork from ancient people is not going to do it. Now time for the shilling. Take it away, GE. Hey, have you fuckers subscribed yet? If not, subscribe so I don't have to call you fuckers again. Joseph Chappell. Sigh. Look, do aliens exist? Yeah, probably. Law of averages says they should. Just like the same mathematical laws say we have zero reason to think they give a damn about humans on Earth. Every single one of these examples can be laid squarely at the feet of at least one or four realistic possibilities: pareidolia, bad artistic skill, fraud, and confirmation bias. This bullshit was neither impressive nor intriguing. Want to know what is impressive? Joining the Skeptic Mafia. GE, please insert obligatory member shilling here. Hey, have you guys hit the Join Skeptic Mafia link? Or the Join button right here on the channel? No? Why the fuck not? There you go. Joseph, I appreciate you. Trickster! Okay, I didn't see what the guy was saying, but then again, I don't look at this with a preconceived idea. Maybe aliens did come to this Earth many years ago. I think that most of the drawings were at best not very good, and the ones that looked somewhat like what was being suggested were possibly faked. The number one site shown showed well-drawn animals, but the aliens were drawn quite badly. It's a good point. Hey, want to see more stuff like this? Help out GE by subbing, liking, and sharing. Want to really help GE out? Hit that join button and become a Skeptic Mafia member. You get to see vids early, make a comment on said vid, and the man himself, Don GE, will read that comment on air for all to hear. What more could you ask for? Emojis? Yeah, we got emojis. GE will make sure you get some of the best emojis there are. What are you waiting for? It's an offer you can't refuse. Hi, GE and Casey. Wish I could have seen this live, but no, I'll be watching as soon as I get home. Thank you, Trickster. I really appreciate it. And yeah, the fucking emojis are awesome. The Pikachu emoji? Nobody else has a Pikachu emoji. He says without checking if any other people have Pikachu emojis. The Random Explorer. Nice change of pace with this subject. Hey, they never mentioned Alabama's ancient alien paintings. Lol. What? The painted bluff of Alabama near Gunterville's Dam has over 80 images that date back 600 years. The paintings include images of fish, snakes, animals, and anthropomorphic human figures. Not saying any of this is proof of ancient aliens, but I will say there are some strange-looking fuckers in this state of Alabama. Either way, I hope to kayak out there this summer. Oh, that's pretty cool, Random Explorer. I hope that you were able to do that too. We're going? Okay, apparently we're going. 132. The reasoning seems to be that there are humanoid figures in ancient drawings and myths about people coming from the sky, therefore aliens. By that logic, angels probably have a fucking moon base somewhere, and the Chimera was an example of megafauna going extinct because of humans. Obviously. I mean, that's totally legit, right? Ding! Just fucking ding, Michelle Foster. You know what has limbs, a tail, and kind of looks like humanoid? Fucking monkeys. Maybe they'd seen a monkey somewhere, and since they didn't have Instagram and Facebook to tell everyone about it, they drew them on some fucking walls. But hey, I drew a funny looking person. Boom, proof of aliens coming to visit me. If you enjoy getting early access to this kind of fuckery, might I suggest hitting that join button? You get fun emojis like that, like the ding bell and the fail whale. Because you never know when you set sail for fail, and you're gonna want that epic fail whale emoji handy. Join Skeptic Mafia! Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Sean J. Remember, kids, it's never aliens until it is. It's almost as if painting with your fingers, stones, and primitive implements on rough, porous, uneven surfaces using pigments from nature is difficult to capture a one-to-one relationship with the reality of the subject being painted. Exactly. Huh? Obviously, we could have painted the Mona Lisa on the fucking cave wall, honey. Cadence. I'm 99.9% sure that the reason most cave paintings of people look like aliens is because, in my experience, it's hella difficult to draw people accurately with modern art supplies. It's got to be damn near impossible to do with fucking finger paint on a cave wall. It's just ancient stick figure art. That's all. I agree, Cadence. I agree. Jonathan Hanachek. Hopefully will be a great video. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button after you become a member. Make sure you hit the Mafioso page after GE invite you to it in Discord. Hopefully sooner or later there will be a live video chat where you get to discuss what's going on. Hey, yeah, at some point there will be, but not until July. Probably. It is next week. All right. Let's see. Oh shit. Hold on. All right, heathens. Well, I really appreciate everybody joining me tonight. If you guys want to tag me in the comments right now in the chat and ask me any kind of questions or anything that you might want to know, you can do that. Or you can say nothing and then we'll just awkwardly end the stream. It's up to you, really. Casey, thank you. Did I post the comment on the wrong video again? Oh, Chris, I don't know, maybe. Can you like copy paste into this chat or I don't know. Godless Engineer, hi Waves. Hi there, Cadence. How you doing? Tell us your favorite joke. I don't have a favorite joke. Yeah, I don't really have a favorite joke. I'm sorry. That's a total letdown, isn't it? Drew's book reviews. Godless Engineer, why do I feel like I missed one of the best streams so far? Aliens and cave paintings. Lol, wish I caught it live. Dude, we had fucking Tinky Winky face swap and a goddamn chimera from outer space and shitty ass science. So yeah, you're gonna have to go back and watch that shit. Gary White, Godless Engineer, did you read my comment in the chat? I don't know. I didn't see your comment in the chat. Oh, you just got off work. Awesome. Here's Meratic. Says, I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. Well, damn, I'm going to go back and watch later for sure. Oh, yes, Drew's book reviews. Please do. I fucked it up at the beginning, but, I stumbled my way through it. Darth Weezius, I'm always amazed that over time the art gets better defined, more colors and complexity. Anyone would think they were learning over time, cause time or something. Crazy, right? I agree. Definitely fucking crazy. Oh man, well, all right, heathens, that's gonna be it for me tonight. I really appreciate you guys joining me. Sorry this was kind of a short stream, But we're finishing right on time here, right at an hour, so that's going to be great. I can go and spend some time with KC and everything like that. Except for Chris Moratic saying, by the way, has Tommy McMurtry ever answered if he was sexually attracted to pumpkins? I'm not saying he is, but could that be tied to the aliens somehow? We should ask. It could be. Tommy McMurtry, are you sexually attracted to pumpkins because aliens forced you to fuck them in space? That seems like a legitimate question. We would like to know the answer, regardless of whether or not it's yes or no. We just need to know. Anyways, I will see you heathens later. Don't forget to stand up, use your voice, all that kind of good shit. We are out of here, and y'all have a good night. Stay tuned tomorrow. Okay, Chris wants me to read at my leisure. Awesome. Yep, I'm going to go spend some time with KC. I'll see you heathens later. Y'all have a good night.